Hey guys, welcome back to another Talking Tuesday episode. Today we got some good notes for you guys and hope you enjoy them.
Cool. Alright guys, so to kick it off, I'm going to start with a couple of notes that have all this movement of equality and, ending racism and all this stuff moving forward.
Okay.
So, as many of you guys already know, one of the things that they were fighting for is to remove all these Confederate flags and in many cases Confederate statues and memorials or monumentals, stuff like that. So another thing that is going on right now is in the world or in the industry of the sports and especially football. You might already know this one. So the Redskins, the Washington Redskins, basically one of their biggest sponsors is asking them to, change their name already.
Okay.
After 87 years and so many things, that people feel offended, and our Native Americans, feel discriminated and stuff. It seems like it's finally going to happen and they're going to change it. Another football team, and it's even closer and related to us, is also planning to do the shift. Do you want to take a guess who it might be?
Like, football team?
Yeah, they're not changing their name, their football name, or their team name, they're changing their stadium name.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Okay, so the UT, University of Texas, the Longhorns, they're already been talking with the students and with alumni about changing the name. And what's
the stadium?
the stadium?
Okay.
The stadium, the name of the stadium where they play at right now.
Okay.
So the University of Texas has already been in discussions with the family that currently has its last name in the stadium.
Okay.
And what they want to change it to. So real quick history, right now the name of it is Joe Jamail Field, and basically is this person who has donated large amounts of money and basically large donations that the school wanted to recognize them. Now when the George Floyd issue happened, or tragedy happened, the brothers of the Jamail family, they were crying about the event, and they were, very heart touched that they asked the school if they are willing to change the name. So on Monday, they released that they're changing the name to Earl Campbell and Ricky Williams Field. And these are two of the black athletes of UT that won the Heisman Trophy for the UT Longhorns way back in the day.
Oh, snaps.
So I just think it's a pretty cool note. I give them props that this was something that was actually, came from them and not something that was enforced.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that. Like, it came from the people that actually are named from, right? Like,
Right.
the current name.
Yeah, nobody, or it seems like nobody imposed it. Like, there wasn't any pressure to like, oh, you have to change the name, or this is offensive, change or something. It was more like, oh, this is tragic. We need to be more diverse, more inclusive. It's something that they stated. And for that reason, they want to change it and honor these two black athletes that put the name of the UT football team very high.
Oh, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is a good example and completely the opposite to what we're seeing right now with the Redskins, where they're actually, being forced by sponsors and by people in media to change their name. I understand it's their team. They should be able to do what they want, but at the same time, we need to, adapt. This is a new world. We need to be more inclusive.
Yeah, I think they should consider more of everybody there. Like, not just one group of people. Who knows, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, they just gotta be more inclusive all around.
Yeah, so that was it for my note. You want to go next?
Yep. Okay, so my note is about a 7-year-old in quarantine. So there's a lot of kids right now that, it's kind of hitting them hard. I think harder than adults. Adults, at least they know what's going on and they understand, I have to stay home for safety or something. And
Right.
Kids, they really don't understand the issue. It's like, why am I being kept home without being able to go outside and play. You know, it's both like emotional and physical.
Yeah.
It affects kids in a way. But there's a 7-year-old that, you know, he thought about, okay, there's people that are probably pretty sad, that are not enjoying their quarantine life right now. So he chose to spread some positivity to people he knows. So he started by writing word search puzzles.
Nice.
Now, what's special about the 7-year-old kid is that he wrote a letter to Queen Elizabeth. So he wrote it really nice, like in cursive, and you know, it's a big deal because nowadays, like, I don't think cursive is being taught.
At least not in the United States. I'm not sure in England, but for sure, writing and orthography is something that is not as practiced as well as it was before.
Yeah, so he wrote a letter to Queen Elizabeth, and he specifically says, "Dear Queen Elizabeth, you might be feeling sad or lonely during lockdown, so I thought I could make a word search for you to cheer you up. Love from Timothy Matters." So he wrote a word search, and in there he writes words like happiness, smile, like a small word search. But he sent it, and surprisingly enough, they replied back to him from Queen Elizabeth, and you know, they basically, I'm guessing like their mailing person or someone's in charge of mailing the letters.
Yeah.
On behalf of Queen Elizabeth, they said really much thank you to this kid for taking the time for sharing this, and you know, she wishes well for him and his family and hoping they're all okay, and just thank you for the initiative of taking this little time out. And I thought it was pretty cute, you know, that a 7-year-old took the courage to write Queen Elizabeth, and you know, what are the odds of getting a reply back?
Right. Yeah. Right now it's a really rough time, as you said, for many people to be locked down, as he describes it. For some people it feels like that's incarcerated or something, even though, you know, it's not as bad, but you're a kid or you're young or whatever, you want to enjoy life, you want to do stuff, you want to go out with friends, you want to be social. That's part of being a human, that's part of being an animal. So props for him for you know, taking the lead and be like trying to spread positivity and you know, just delivering good vibes to those around him and to the Queen especially.
Yeah, the fact that she answered in return, I just thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And props to Timothy.
Yeah, good for you, Timothy.
Yep. So if you guys want to write letters to different people during this time, would be great, especially older people. If you want to draw something, you know, that'd be pretty nice. So,
I agree. Yeah.
That's my note.
Cool. I think that's a wrap up for today.
Yeah.
So with that being said, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, follow us at maroon_productions_official on Instagram. And we'll see you on the next video.
Yep. Bye.